Hi friends, welcome to this video. We're gonna get into the actual art making process soon, but I wanted to give a little bit of an intro. So the reason I even tried this project in the first place is that I saw a couple TikToks doing similar art where they were using like spackle and stuff to just make cool designs, and I do think I want to do this as a like larger format piece and maybe hang it up somewhere, but I wanted to like experiment a little bit, you know. I will insert the TikTok somewhere. I wanted to experiment and see what happened if I layered other things on it, and so I don't think that this piece necessarily turned out the best, but like I think it was okay for an experiment, and next time I know what to do and what not to do. So let's get into the actual process. Okay, so the first thing I did was gesso my canvas. I know this isn't shown in the TikTok, but I was hoping that this would create some sort of like primer or something for the spackle to actually sit on and help it stick to the canvas. I also read some comments and people said that they were using like a quick drying one. I feel like if I do this again, I would try to get whatever one she's using in the actual TikTok, because this one felt really odd. It's kind of like comparing clay to the like Crayola super fluffy light clay. I don't remember what it's called, but it just felt so fluffy and light that it was kind of hard to layer the way that I wanted to. And I don't know if hers was as well, but it looked like hers had a little more body to it. This one just felt so foamy. I don't know how else to describe it. So I'm doing my best here to kind of like vary my patterns. I will be honest, I lost track of what I was doing. So I was trying to do down and then sideways, and then you know, just go back and forth to create some texture. This is also obviously a much smaller canvas, but I didn't want to go into this project initially using a huge canvas because canvases aren't the cheapest, and I wanted to experiment with this and allow myself to make mistakes and not feel like it was a big waste of time or money. So if I did a huge canvas and it turned out ugly, I'd be really sad. But this little one, you know, if it's ugly, it doesn't really matter. I will also say, when it comes to art, I'm not always the most patient person. So I came in here with a heat gun to try to get it to dry quickly, and I definitely don't recommend this. I don't know what it was doing, but it was kind of like making it lift off from the surface of the canvas. And I also wanted to see what would happen if I incorporated paint. So I watered down some acrylic paint to see if I could just like spray it on here, and that did not work well. I'm not sure if the spackle was completely dry or not, because it seemed to just be soaking up the paint. So if you're gonna try this, I recommend maybe making sure that the spackle is 100% dry. I think it said it would take like half an hour to an hour to dry or something, and I did not give it that much time. And also maybe just use straight up paint instead of watering it down, because I think the water might have been part of the issue as well. You can see it just kind of got absorbed into the spackle and then kind of like almost melted the spackle and made it kind of slimy. And so here I was trying to see if it was dry, and you can see that the water just rehydrated it. So I did not like the way that it looked, so I figured I'd come in with fresh spackle and see if I could add it on top. At this point, I was really tempted to just give up and say that it was a failed project, but I wanted to see if I could just layer over it and then get some of that like black gray underneath. I really wanted something with a little bit of color. I know black isn't really, you know, much of a color, but still, I wanted to see what would happen. So I end up with this kind of weird texture, definitely not like the TikTok. And then I thought, hey, let's see if I could put gold foil on this, because, you know, whatever, it's already kind of a disaster. And the gold foil actually worked okay, but I did notice there were some areas where the spackle like got over the foil a little bit, I think, and it turned the gold like a little bit green. And I don't know if that's because it isn't real gold or what's going on there. But yeah, it was an interesting reaction. Anyway, this is how the piece ended up turning out. I have some photos on Instagram. I think it actually looks kind of cool. I will probably put it up somewhere in my house. I'm not really sure where yet. And I do definitely want to try to do this again, but maybe something larger format. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and try this art project yourself. It's pretty simple to do. You just need spackle and a canvas. So I recommend at least trying it out, and I'll see you guys in the next video.